Grab your hats. Are we in for a 30k Bitcoin this week? What are the markets going to do? We saw a pullback over the weekend, but we've come into Monday morning looking pretty strong. Bitcoin back over 23k, and the rest of the market seems to be following suit. Well, why is that? And what is the player for this week? Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date with everything going on in the cryptocurrency market. Also, drop a comment down below. Where do you think the price of Bitcoin is going to be this week? And let's dive into this video. So, like you can see, here we are on the Lunar Classic chart, starting to move 1.14% up on the day. And if you want to keep up to date with Lunar Classic, be sure to subscribe. But Bitcoin on a green candle. Now, we did have 4 consecutive days of red as we sold through the weekend. We dropped as low as 22.7, but it bounced back as the markets begin to open, as the Asian markets start to open and we begin to trade. Is this a big week for Bitcoin? Well, what's everyone saying? The Bitcoin price prediction as $20 billion worth of trading volume comes in. Can BTC reach 30k this month, the month of February? Well, Bitcoin has been one of the most talked about topics in the financial world for the past few months. More trading volume comes in, growing number of investors enter the market. It's becoming increasingly difficult to predict where Bitcoin's price will go. Now, we did see some pretty drastic moves up in the market over the kind of last couple of weeks, and then equally these past few days we've seen that sell off. It says on the 2nd of February, Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Investment Management, revealed that they had not expected businesses and governments to adopt Bitcoin as quickly as they have. Now, we did get a couple of big catalysts. We saw the LBRY case where the SEC failed to class that as a regulatory security. Equally, we did completely bounce off what everyone thought was going to be a pretty poor January. We actually had one of the most successful Januaries in cryptocurrency history. Will Bitcoin reach 30k this week? Well, we'll have to see. We're going to need to get in some aggressive sentiment in the market. We're going to have to get some really positive news. Remember, cryptocurrency is hugely driven on news sentiment. Now, what we did see back end of last week and equally yesterday, we saw a massive spike in things like Jasmy Coin. We saw a massive spike in things like Shiba Inu. We saw a huge run up in Bone. So we saw these big spikes up. Lunar Classic was also another one where we saw this huge amount of money coming into it, massive amounts of money flow. And again, this is where markets start to move. This is where FOMO sets in. This is where people buy into it. And ultimately, remember, cryptocurrency is peer to peer. Someone has to buy what you want to sell. So the more people that comes in, the more trading volume we get, equally the higher the price then becomes. Likewise, we have a big ongoing case with the XRP SEC case. People are expecting a 10x move on the back of XRP if they were to win against the SEC. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you all know my opinion on this, that I almost think it's pretty much done and dusted. I don't believe there's a world where the SEC win. Given the LBRY came out and was deemed as secondary markets non-securities, I think XRP is exactly the same. Now, we could get this tomorrow, next month. It could even be later on this year. People saying the end of March, people saying next week, who knows? But these are the bullish sentiment. These are stories that ultimately will drive the Bitcoin price. They'll drive the whole global market. What does the future look like for Bitcoin? Well, look, we're all bullish. Will Bitcoin reach all-time high of 670,000 in the next 5 years? Well, I don't, let's worry about 30k just now. But Wood is still confident of a prediction that Bitcoin will surge in worth over the coming years. According to her forecast, a single Bitcoin should cost around $670,000 within 5 years and might hit up to 1.48 million in 2030. That's a whopping 6,326% appreciation from its current value. Now, it continues in terms of Cathie Wood's kind of view on everything, but Bitcoin price, this is what we want to talk about. This is where we want to be this week. So as of lately, the market price of Bitcoin has recorded 23,293 with a 0.5% dip in the last 24 hours. Additionally, its 24-hour volume at 15 billion, and it holds a top position according to CoinMarketCap. From a technical standpoint, Bitcoin has surpassed an important benchmark of 23.2. Now, we did unfortunately retrace back under that, but again, we've come back and we are heading back up to that point as we speak. It says here, BTC prices may reach 23.4 resistance level. I've broken could increase to either 23.850 or 24.5. A bullish breakout above this level would be an optimistic sign for BTC. Again, looking where we are right now, this is where we kind of need to see. We're on the daily chart. So you can see some of these resistance here at the 24.7, 24.8. As we zoom out even further, this is where we get into the kind of top 30s. So, we're kind of around here. You can see back here in May was the last time we were around this mark. Lots of tests, lots of levels of resistance and equally support up around that mark. So it's going to be an interesting week for Bitcoin in the whole. It's going to be an interesting week for the cryptocurrency market. As it is, we don't have a big catalyst coming. We only have little prop jokes, little things that could start to move. XRP case, Shiba Inu, Luna Classic starts to move. All of those things come together when we could see Bitcoin. We got all the financial data out last week. We got all those interest rates out that came in. European markets and the UK came in a bit stronger. The US markets came in a bit lighter, and we saw the moves on the back of that. But definitely an interesting week coming up. Let me know in the comments down below, where do you think Bitcoin will be by the end of this week? And as ever, thank you so much for watching. We try and bring you the latest going on with cryptocurrency so you can try and make the best amount of money with your investments. As ever, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.